It's Monday, the 21st of March. Good morning, Europe. Let's bring you up to date with our top stories.
Another morning of heavy shelling in Kyiv. A huge blast killed at least 4 people in a shopping centre on the outskirts of the capital. Ukraine rejects Russia's deadline, offering people in the besieged city of Mariupol a safe passage out of the port if they surrender. And a Ukrainian boy band who once shot a video with President Zelensky is now gathering ammunition and helmets on the war front.
At least 4 people were killed after the Russian forces shelled a shopping center in Podil, just outside Kiev, early on Monday. A huge blast shook the city and fires could be seen blazing in the wreckage of the Retroville Mall. Authorities are still searching for victims.
In besieged Mariupol, Russian aircraft dropped a bomb on an art school. People were hiding there, hiding from shelling, from bombing. There were no military positions. There were about 400 civilians.
These pictures allegedly show a school destroyed by Russian shelling in Mariupol, a city that many reports say has been mainly reduced to ashes by Russian fire. Moscow set a deadline for Mariupol to lay down its arms and surrender, something Ukrainians rejected, but Moscow didn't say how it would act if this deadline was not respected.
We call on units of the armed forces of Ukraine, territorial defense battalions, foreign mercenaries to stop hostilities, lay down their arms, and along the humanitarian corridors, agreed with the Ukrainian side, enter the territories controlled by Kyiv.
The northeastern city of Kharkiv has been under heavy shelling too, but remains in the hands of the Ukrainian authorities. Most of its civilian population escaped west. Ukrainian President Zelensky has also criticized Israel for its reluctance to send its missile defense technology to Ukraine, telling its parliament Israeli missile defense systems are the best in the world and they could definitely help Ukraine.
Estonia has launched a multi-million euro investment to seal its land border with Russia, installing high-tech tools such as motion detectors to reinforce the existing barrier. The barbed wire will be replaced by a 3-meter-high structure. Estonia shares a 300-kilometer-long frontier with Russia. The city of Narva is situated next to this external border of the European Union.
What is going to happen to secure the external border of the European Union even better?
Approximately 22.5 million euros will be attached to ensure that there won't be any loopholes on European Union's external border. For example, drones, different radar positions, patrols, to ensure that no one could enter with any means to European Union using our external borders.
The Estonian defense minister has invited people to a public debate at Narva University. Kalle Laanet makes an effort to speak Russian, a foreign language, to him. Topics are border protection, self-defense and Russian propaganda.
Will Estonia be next on Putin's list?
If Estonia will be next, then that means that NATO is next and European Union is next. I believe and I hope that Putin has no power and wish to attack NATO and European Union.
Why being here in Narva?
We have so many Russian propaganda. Narva people are mostly speaking in Russian and they are also mostly on the Russian-speaking media sphere, and to explain to them that there is no direct threat to Estonia and also to Narva. Narva's population is the members of Estonia, and we are all together.
Over 90% of locals are native Russian speakers. Huge efforts have been towards better integrate them into wider Estonian society. At the family festival at Narva Castle, Estonian and Russian culture is celebrated. Songs are in both languages, and in the end, an effigy of winter is burned, an old Russian tradition. While looking at the war in Ukraine, many Estonians are scared. To enhance the coexistence of Estonian and Russian speakers here in this country, Estonian soft power is essential, and that means songs, singing, dancing. Euronews witness from the eastern Estonian border. The full 10 minutes report will be on air and online this week at Euronews and euronews.com.
Throughout the weekend, those air raid sirens rang constantly across the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. And over the last few hours, the sounds of explosions have been growing louder, getting closer to the center of the city. But Ukrainian soldiers insist for now they are able to hold positions in the multiple fronts in the suburbs of Kyiv and even repel some of Russia's offensive. So for now, the morale is high, but this war has already displaced some 10 million people over the last 3 weeks. Those who have stayed here in Kyiv, a majority of them, are involved in the resistance movement in one way or another, including a rock band turned members of the city's territorial defenses.
They used to sing about youth, love and heartbreak. Now Antitila is helping to defend Ukraine.
Our participation in the Russia-Ukraine war started in 2014. In 2014, Russia annexed Crimea and started criminal activities in the Donbass. At that point, we finished our tour and started volunteering.
They also gathered vests, helmets and ammunition, and on the 24th of February, picked up weapons.
We joined Kyiv's defense, the Ukrainian army, before the war. We are parents. I have 3 kids. Taras has 3 kids. Dima has a son. And during the first days of war, we sent our family out of Kyiv for safety.
While Taras, Serhiy and Dima are on the front line, Dmitro and Mikhailo are sorting out logistics and supplies.
We arrange everything that they need there. We have a bank account where we gather money and buy everything that our soldiers, our army, defense and National Guard need. Walkie-talkies, vests, helmets, a lot of things.
One of the band's biggest hits, song Lego, featured then comedian Volodymyr Zelensky in a video clip. A man they got to know and now admire.
I don't know what would have happened to us if someone else was in his position now, especially from the old elite who got used to a specific way of governing Ukraine. We're proud of our president. He's a representation of our national spirit and freedom. He's manifesting our resistance, and he's the leader of that resistance. Not even for a second over the past few weeks did he doubt Ukraine would win.
Something they also believe in.
There is no way we think we will lose. We are ready for whatever. Right now, a new Ukraine is formed, and it's being formed by us.
Annelies Borges in Kyiv for Euronews.
Still much more to come on the programme. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few moments.